Hey, welcome back to another episode with An Hour with Wolves. My name is Kai.
My name is Hailey.
And we are An Hour with Wolves.
Wait.
But the strength of the pack is the wolf. And the strength of the wolf is the pack. Oh! Until we can feel alive. All day long. All day long. All day long.
May I have your attention, please?
And welcome back to another episode. Today I'm with Hailey. Give me a second. Yeah. Alright, thank you very much.
Kertas apa tu, Kai? 4D
Apa dia?
Minta 4D ke apa kertas?
Astagfirullahalazim. Tidak. Ni some reminders At this age kita nak kena ada some reminders yang kita tulis.
Betul.
Yeah.
Tapi the best reminder is Allah.
Masya Allah.
Oh,
What a way to start the podcast.
Alright.
Okay, welcome back to another episode, guys. So today we have not one but two esteemed guests.
Yeah.
Orang
dia kenal juga tau.
Siapa?
Diorang kira dengan kita clash juga tau.
Kenapa clash?
Bukan clash lah. Macam kau tahu dia punya topik.
Oh,
Garis tau.
Kira-kira
Tapi diorang lagi OG daripada kita. Senang cakap.
OG tu apa?
OG All gangster.
Original gangster.
Original gangster. Diorang is the OGs lah, kira.
Okay, so these two they are one of the first to talk about love and marriage Love and marriage and relationships on podcast. And the traction they have gotten over the past year has been crazy lah. The number of stories. Aku also appeared on their episode.
Yes, betul.
And I think it was really nice. So let's not waste any more time and introduce them. We have
Yanto
and Farah.
Give them a round of applause.
Tepuk kan? Ada tepuk kan? Ada tepuk sebelah kanan.
Sebelah kanan.
Bukan.
Salah.
Bawah.
Give up.
There you go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Masya Allah. Kita bukan Islamic podcast sangat
lah,
but we are Islam.
Of course.
Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
So apa khabar Yanto dengan Farah?
Baik, Alhamdulillah.
How's the podcast doing and everything? Managing dengan juggling the time semua.
Especially I feel for me the past week lah has been very demanding. Alhamdulillah, challenging, but it's good for us lah. Macam banyak project, banyak guests yang and a lot of opportunities as well. So this is one of them, and we are very happy to be here.
Alhamdulillah.
Kita dengan Wolfpack dah banyak kali jumpa lah Kita boleh vibe lah
Alright.
We work together pun early this year juga.
We're quite serious on our works lah. Kan? Very serious.
Okay, let me tell you an encounter. My first encounter with Yanto dengan Farah.
Encounter?
Aku kira first time aku jumpa diorang lah. Macam mana. The first time aku datang, so kita were supposed to record them at their place lah. And then tak sedih.
Bukan sedih. Okay, sorry.
Pada aku kan, aku punya thinking kan, okay, bila diorang kasih diorang punya address, aku cakap, okay, kita nak kena jumpa diorang apa. Aku tengok address West Side duk. Aku cakap, alamak. First thing kan, aku nampak tu West Side, aku cakap,
Kau dah judge lah.
Aku judge. Aku jujur, aku tak pilih kau. Aku judge lah. Aku pasal kau tengok West pasal. Tapi Masya Allah, dia punya rumah cantik. Baik.
Yeah, beautiful house and beautiful setup for your podcast. Because if you look around us, kita was actually inspired by you guys lah. The colours at the back and everything. So pasal kita baru, so we have to learn from the best that we see. And Alhamdulillah, we see you guys as one of the best lah.
Wow. Okay. Tak boleh. I still cannot imagine people saying that lah.
Tak apa.
Ada baju sendiri bro. Nampak?
Tak apa. Kalau seandainya macam kau tak boleh take it, kau boleh belanja kita makan je lepas ni.
Dekat apa Ubi?
Dekat. Iklan pun saya pun dekat.
I also have a story.
Okay.
The first time we met right,
Yes.
yang dekat rumah kita
Yep.
tu. Because you guys were also working with Colossal kan.
Yes,
Yeah.
betul.
Kat dalam group chat tu I nampak Laila, Hailey, Mali. I thought all were girls. And then buka pintu, siapa? Hailey.
Nyaris dia nak buka tudung tau. Dia ingat perempuan.
Aku tanya dia. Ni okay, Laila is a lady.
Okay, it makes
kan?
sense.
So Hailey dengan Mali ni you know who they are, you know what's their gender tak lah. I think girls lah, semua girls lah. Pasal all the way berbual macam comfortable kan.
Yeah.
Okay lah, tak aku seorang lelaki. Okay lah
Okay,
kan.
angkat lah. Okay.
Kali bila betul macam dia cakap sama juga. Itu bila dalam bilik tu tengah siap-siap kan. Tanya dia bila korang dah sampai. Hailey dengan Mali lelaki lah. So itulah cerita dia.
Tapi
Story
aku
sikit.
macam memang tak boleh dinafikan yang aku punya nama banyak orang anggap macam nama perempuan. Aku tak tahu.
Hailey Williams lah.
Hailey, it makes sense lah.
Hailey Williams,
it's
Paramore.
quite common lah. Ya, Hailey Paramore.
That's why. Tapi Marley kenapa perempuan?
I don't know. It's just
Macam
Marley.
Marliana.
Yes.
Yes,
I
that's
thought it was
one.
a short form for Marliana.
Yes, ada perempuan nama Marliana.
Yeah, my schoolmate was Marliana.
Kita boleh claim nama Marliana kai. Come on.
Ya, kita ada.
Ya.
So
Marliana,
that
if you're
was
listening, yes, I know we have you.
Ya.
Marley.
Okay, kita nak tanya. I want to know. So, being one of the OGs, when did you start Outsidein? Why did you start Outsidein? Share with us a bit lah.
Why?
Okay, we started in February 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, the first episode release was February 2023. That time aku masih kerja shift work.
Okay.
Okay.
So the backstory is we decided at 3 AM in the morning. She texted me when I was working on shift. She texted me, you nak start podcast tak? First question that came to my head is, why are you awake at 3 AM? And then the second question is, why are you thinking about doing a podcast at 3 AM?
Yep.
Yeah, then she was like, we record our conversations lah. You know, we talk about good and deep conversations that we have. So why not we record it? And then we're thinking, okay lah, mana tahu kita boleh buat this as a macam for us to retain a memory, and then in the future kita dengar balik, things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But then after a while, our approach is like, okay lah, we share things about ourselves, because selalunya kita berbual antara satu sama lain, and I feel like our conversation is very nice. So okay lah.
I'm trying to recall the because sekarang kita punya tagline is honest conversations about relationship and marriage kan.
Correct.
Dulu kita tagline was where married couple shares about our insights, thoughts and opinions on daily lives.
Something like that lah.
That was our tagline back then.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
different now.
Ah,
Korang revamp the whole
yeah.
thing. Oh.
What was it again?
Where a married couple talks about opinions, life, and something like that. About our daily life.
Yep.
Yeah. Then after a while we started posting things like that. But we're thinking, kita siapa nak share about kita punya daily lives? Who are interested in kita punya daily life?
Yeah.
Kan?
And also it reflected in the streams lah. Tak ada orang tengok, followers pun tak ada. Then kita macam let's just stop lah. Tak ada
Yeah.
orang nak
Stop.
Stop,
nak
as
dengar.
in y'all decided to stop atau y'all macam
Stop
okay,
talking
macam,
about yourselves.
Yeah,
macam mana?
we totally we took a break during Ramadan and then Raya pun we took a break.
Okay.
2 months no production, nothing, and at that point in time I just quit my job.
Oh, okay,
From shift work. And you know lah, shift work punya inconsistency is there kan. So we're thinking maybe we cannot focus on this too much. So okay lah. Wow, I quit my job because I wanted more stable apa nama dia? Stable income, stable life.
Okay,
Yeah, so I want to find an office hours job, things like that.
Okay.
Then subsequently during the month of Shawwal actually when Farah had the idea of why not kita talk about marriage, because that is our conversation yang kita tak pernah dedahkan. And then at the same time pun the things that we share is really kadang-kadang kita jalan-jalan, just walk, go off for daily walks ke apa we talk about how do we improve our marriage. That's honestly kita punya go to conversations during our intimate times lah.
Right.
Macam kita jalan-jalan just to about things like that. So tak okay.
Yeah, so basically the first time yang bila kita start tu, example, some of the things that we talk about is macam, hi guys, I'm the introverted one, he's the extroverted one. Oh, hi,
Right.
so how we talk, orang macam, like you know.
Oh,
So
okay.
tak ada listeners lah, tak ada
Alright,
interest
alright.
there.
Alright.
So how we changed is we start to bring in topics that are more relatable. So macam for example, kita fikir duduk pecah kepala nak cakap apa. Okay lah, kita be more vulnerable, and then we started to share things macam our trying to conceive journey.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like we talk about deeper stuff macam, okay, we sit
Conversation.
down and ask each other like, if I were to cheat, like would you forgive
Yeah.
me, that kind of thing. So I feel like that kind of conversations is the trying to conceive part lah, especially that was when we started to see more people macam interested.
Because they relate to
Yes,
that.
because it's
The
relatable.
relatable part lah.
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
when
wow.
we macam okay, kita change kita punya strategy lah. So that's when slowly and then we started to have guests over,
Yeah.
more stories, more things to learn from. That's
Right.
how we.
Yeah.
That's how you grew lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the guest part kan, we didn't actually have intention to have guests on board.
Correct.
But we received DMs like, can I come and share my story on your podcast? I'm like, siapa kita orang nak share kita punya apa dong kat podcast kan?
Yeah.
Macam, okay, with that point in time we had I would say a partner in a sense. He bought for us 2 mics.
Okay.
That was the start of kita punya having guests on board. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Tapi nak tanya macam bila korang did a break for at least 2 months betul. Apa yang mana yang korang dapat that energy atau mana korang dapat that positivity to actually macam okay, let's kick start lagi, macam kau make sure that benda yang dah berlaku korang macam brush it off, korang try to do again. Macam where did that energy come from?
The energy come from the money that we spend on the things.
The equipment semua beli.
Okay.
But again kan, being in this journey, because what you guys are doing is basically like business tau. Or in simpler terms nowadays, you see a lot of influencers macam gitu. So you see the trend and then you try something because you think like people are going to listen, and then when you try tiba-tiba tengok the numbers tak fly, macam last it affects you lah, macam makan dalam like orang tak layan kita lah, macam kita dah tengah shock sendiri lah, macam should we stop, but for you guys to sit down and pecah otak and think how can we improve, how can we be out there more, so you guys actually devise a plan to be better lah. So alhamdulillah is where you are now lah.
Yeah, I think it boils down to kita punya niat juga, why we are talking about this and why we want to share all these stories and lessons that we learn, because the punya niat is how do we then value add to our community.
Yes.
That was one of the niats that we had lah. So alhamdulillah dengan niat.
I also feel like macam, I don't know if you guys also can relate to this because we are creatives, right?
Yes.
So I shared this story before, but dulu I'm the right brain one lah in my family. So
you're left-handed lah.
Tak lah, maksudnya macam kreatif.
Because left-handed people usually are right brain. Opposites.
Sorry maaf satu soalan. Right brain tu kira apa? Aku
Kreatif.
Ya, as in kalau right brain kreatif, left brain ni
tak
apa?
pakai lah.
Logic macam math, macam
kira education dia macam kira macam in terms of
dia macam 1 2 3 4 5 6. Kalau right brain dia macam 1 5 6 7 8 3 4 2. They kind of like the way they think is much more creative, much more exploring.
Faham.
Something like that lah.
Okay, kira macam by the book
Okay.
Aku never knew.
Yeah, it's more of macam smart lah. Smart in terms of macam intellect and like that. So I am the creative one in my family, and I have a role model. My role model is my older sister.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm very inspired by her because she cita-cita jadi doktor. Tapi dia pergi ambil O-level, she failed the O-level. Not fail lah, tapi kan nak masuk poly, ada certain
criteria.
Criteria and like the aggregate.
Correct. Dia punya ni.
Ya, tapi dia tak sampai. Alamak lagu dia tak sampai. Lepas tu dia cakap instead of her just bilang tak apalah, never lah, let me just choose a different path, she actually retook her O-levels. And she put away all her shame and all, macam budak retain kan. But she doesn't care. She has a goal in mind, nak become doctor, and then she retook her O-levels. Tak dapat juga. Dapat the last year punya score, tapi dah the next year kan, so the aggregate naik sikit.
Okay, understand.
So tak dapat juga. So in the end she went into nursing.
Okay.
She went to nursing, and then now she is a lecturer. That teaches nurse. She has a master's degree, and she's an inspiration to me now. And also one of the things that inspires me a lot is because she's actually contributing to the community.
Okay.
From being a nurse for many years, and senior staff nurse and whatever, and now she's a lecturer. She is educating future nurses. So I duduk kat situ kan, macam tapi aku suka music lah, suka design lah, suka draw lah. Like what can I do to contribute to the community? And then but now looking back, I'm like, wah, Allah dah atur like sweet macam cantik.
Something you never saw coming lah.
Yes, because with my skills macam videography and like editing and all this, I can contribute to this podcast, and in a way this podcast is contributing to the community lah.
Correct.
Masya-Allah sis, masya-Allah.
So I feel like I found my calling macam.
Alhamdulillah.
Masya-Allah. At least the good thing is walaupun dia tak dapat capai menjadi seorang doktor, tapi she went through that path, the harder path Tapi at the end of the day she managed to get where she wanted to be
Kudos to your sister.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well done.
Siapa nama?
Fadilah.
Tanya.
You are an inspiration.
Syabas.
You are an inspiration to your sister over here. I think what's more inspirational to me is that she failed O-level twice.
Not fail lah, macam
Tak lepas lah
tak
what she
lepas.
wanted.
What she wanted, the
Delegate
grade
wasn't-
tak dapat.
Faham.
So she found her way in the end after nursing, and then she get to contribute. And then for yourself also the same thing. You music and everything, and then suddenly you want to contribute to
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And now here you are lah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I can safely say, looking at your numbers on social media, kan, definitely it has benefited a lot of people lah.
Mashallah.
Definitely.
Alhamdulillah.
That's the same reason why when you guys invited me and my wife to go over, kan, we had a discussion like, should we share? Because my wife don't like to share certain things.
Yeah,
Right,
understandably.
Very private lah. I am very tactical, strategic in certain things. Being a businessman, very straightforward lah. Okay, being a businessman, certain things about you don't want to be out there. Certain things you want to keep private
Yes,
and everything. Yeah, but when it came to your podcast, I spoke to. I said I think we should share because you see the demographic that you guys have, yeah. And even if we share our small story, I think it can help others out there lah. And mashallah.
Mashallah, the videos and the
Banyak
place
sih.
is really, and the comments also is
Banyak.
really amazing.
So I was shocked, and my wife, my wife,
Oh,
my wife received a lot of DMs.
Oh,
Yeah, to have a
Alhamdulillah.
chat, and then she helped them out lah. So to me, alhamdulillah, because we were in that position once. At least kita dapat tolong this small number of people.
Still
Happy
something.
lah. And for you guys, korang lagi a lot of people, man.
Alhamdulillah.
Oh, I am actually impressed because not all podcasters see themselves as influencers.
Oh,
I'm
tak
sure
ada.
you guys don't see yourself.
No, we are not influencers. No. We don't see
humble
ourselves as
kan.
influencers.
Humble, orangnya humble.
Betul, humble. Boleh nampak lah humble. Tu pasal
Tak tahu, aku datang jalan sebelah dia, aku tengok, oh orang, bang, ambil gambar boleh? Ambil juga.
Mana? Bila ni?
Bila dekat Laila Majnun main event, tak ada orang macam, hi, can we take your photo? Tak ada ke?
Alhamdulillah,
ada.
alhamdulillah.
Humble juga.
No, the way you guys accepted this responsibility. Macam a wise robot once said tau. Fate rarely calls upon you at the moment of your choosing. So senang, meaning to say, you don't choose when you have to be responsible for these people or what you say or what you share. But when the time comes, you just have to be responsible of what you say and everything lah.
Yeah.
So to me, how you guys change from just being a normal couple and now being influencers to my eyes, because you do influence a lot of people.
Alhamdulillah.
So it was nice lah, your pivot. You guys didn't just say macam kita bukan ni, but the way you guys control your content and everything. So
Kita try our best lah.
alhamdulillah.
Tapi aku ada satu soalan je.
Okay.
Aku nak tanya pasal sekarang, if I'm not wrong, you guys dah hit dalam 100 episodes, correct?
Yes,
Kan?
we just crossed the
Tahniah,
Congratulations
guys.
on the
Tahniah.
century.
Mas.
Alhamdulillah.
Congratulations. Ya, aku try, aku hafal. Salah.
Alright, congrats guys, 100 episode. And cun-cun tu 100 episode, korang dapat masuk Ernie Zakri.
Uish.
Betul.
wow.
Uish.
Aku nak tahu macam, okay, macam since korang ceritakan story korang that korang didn't expect to get guests in, and then guests just coming in, macam at the end of the day, macam pejam kelik korang did it like last year, and next
Yeah,
thing kau
man.
tahu, kau taking in Ernie Zakri, who is a
Yeah.
big celebrity tau.
Yes.
Macam mana tu dia punya, macam mana boleh sampai ke sana?
Nak cerita, you know, want to share the story?
Okay, I share the story.
Okay.
So basically, we were sitting down. Dia work from home kan.
I was in the office.
You're in the office eh?
Yes, I was in the
okay.
office.
So, then suddenly ada email datang. And then I saw, okay, Ernie Zakri, okay. Then I thought macam, you
Could
know
be like
those
a spam
newsletter,
ke.
you know,
Yeah,
macam
yeah.
that kind of thing. Then I saw Universal Music. Then I'm like, huh? Then I open. Universal Studio would like to invite you for a one-on-one interview with Ernie Zakri. Then I macam, and then I screenshot, I sent to him. Then we were both like, oh my god.
At that time, aku terus tak boleh buat kerja.
Alright, dah ganggu lah, kira kau
Dah
fikiran.
ganggu, yeah, because in my mind it's like, this is Ernie Zakri that
Yes,
we're talking about
of course.
tau. And like even way before we became podcasters, we would share to each other Ernie Zakri punya post with the husband. And you see these two, they're so cute
Because
lah.
they're very
ni.
cute lah.
Yeah.
So we watch the videos and things like that. So when we get this, when I saw the photo, okay, Ernie Zakri, dalam kepala otak aku, Ernie Zakri, betul tak betul saya? Is this okay, maybe it's a spam ke apa. Okay, tak apa. I read back. So in my job I learn about phishing and things like that kan, how to make sure it's not a spam. So I tengok balik,
Denial.
it's a real
Betul
email
lah.
that we receiving. So from there then on the spot, okay, to be honest, truth be told, aku menangis kat kerja, kat office, because like I said before, kita started out not even wanting to, you know, not even having the intention to be where we are today. But alhamdulillah, Allah dah kasih kita perjalanan macam gini kan.
Betul.
And then when I see that email, and then to think that she is a artist of such stature who will be appearing on kita punya podcast.
And then if you guys don't know yet, kita punya studio is a home studio.
Yeah, kita tak ada proper
Imagine
studio.
having her
In your house.
being so humble and like, tak apalah, it's okay, I
So-
can calm down.
Suruh dia sign satu tembok lah.
Jual mahal kan?
Nak jual rumah dia.
Handprint.
Tak kan? Tak boleh jual. Jadi kalau kau jual rumah, ada value. Ernie Zakri was here.
Kalau orang tu tahu siapa
Kenal
yang
lah.
Zakri.
Kau jual Melayu je. Kau jangan jual Cina. Kau jual Melayu je.
Melayu lah.
But, were you starstruck?
To be completely honest kan, that is the first interview yang I freak out.
Really?
I macam tak tahu nak cakap, because I'm a big fan of her lah.
Okay.
Like of her music, of her personality. So macam I duduk situ, Ernie Zakri nak
Depan
tanya
mata
dia
tahu.
apa ni macam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super starstruck. Okay, funny story. Kita bilang a bit of the behind the scenes a bit lah.
Okay.
So kita dah macam okay.
Eksklusif ni.
Dia dah dapat he is the liaison lah. Dia liaise dengan Universal Music.
Okay.
So the lady say okay, we are coming up. Coming up. Coming up.
For a good half, kita
Ni real lah. Ni real.
for a good 1 hour before the actual recording timing kan, kita dah we prep everything already. Kita duduk, tak boleh duduk diam, kita dah gini-gini, dah bergeletar, dah berpeluh, walaupun air condition, dah berpeluh. We were really shaking badly sampai kita buka surah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We baca surah for a good half an hour bro.
Tenangkan diri.
Tenangkan diri, tapi tak tenang. Masih tak tenang, but maybe it helped lah.
Okay.
It helped me lah.
To a point that even when we opened the door, I saw the lady that was liaising with.
Okay.
And then dia punya image dia buka, nampak dia say, hey hi, ini buka gate, pusing kiri, Ernie Zakri. Aku dah Ernie Zakri. Ernie Zakri. That was the actual feeling tau. Okay, dia masuk, dia datang, dia masuk duduk. Dan kita dah kat tepi dah. Macam mana?
Like that. Dah tak kena gaya lah.
Macam tak professional, tapi macam okay lah, macam mana dah starstruck.
Then the best part, okay, dah duduk. Okay, they didn't really sembang much straight to recording because they were on the schedule kan.
Okay.
Dah duduk, dah set up semua gini-gini. Okay, press record, berbual. Tengok
Boleh lah.
timing.
Dia punya soalan tu boleh keluar.
Boleh,
Alhamdulillah boleh.
Okay,
So we were
Kita macam doa
Okay.
So bila dah tengah recording tu, tiba-tiba at the 4+ minute mark dia dah tap.
Ada
Kuat
macam
gila.
Ada macam
Ya.
Asal.
Aku tak record bro, kamera.
Ya Allah.
dia tak record.
That was how nervous I was.
Did you have like the cold sweat on your spine? Macam,
Yes,
oh
man.
Bro.
The funny thing is kan, dia pakai kacamata. He is sweating so much, badan dia panas sampai dia punya cermin mata ni fog.
Dah fog out lah.
Dah fog out. Rabak. First time ever.
Yeah.
Everything was fogging up and things like that. Tu perlu if it was zoomed in, you can see it was literally trickling. I can feel everything at the back.
Yeah.
The first 10 minutes. So okay, so after that.
After dah record.
Sekejap. Macam mana korang tahu? How did you know that it wasn't recording?
Because
we had
I
the
had a
screen.
monitor.
Oh, okay.
Imagine I tak ada monitor.
Yeah, the
Dia
monitor.
dah sepanjang tu lah.
after
tak
4
record.
minutes baru perasan.
Yeah.
Tapi
Yeah.
nasib baik 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Tu- And the good thing about it is that Ernie Zakri,
She was
she's
so
someone who
laid back
is
about it lah.
she was so santai and so friendly. Dia dah ketawa-ketawa, tak apa, kita start balik.
Tak apalah, baru 4 minit. Tak apa,
Dia
jangan balik je.
Eh, baik lah.
That's how amazing she is.
Wow,
as well.
bagus
It's
ya.
awesome.
So kita
Alhamdulillah.
dah Masya Allah. Ya Allah, thank you so much.
Imagine if it was someone else yang mungkin tak ada hati yang
Correct.
atau that kind of
Just
Kena
wasted
terpaksa
4.
gitu lah.
You wasted
Yeah.
4 minutes of my time.
So I think it would, alhamdulillah lah, it was really an opportunity yang walaupun apa terjadi tu pun, that first 4 minutes, okay, kita start balik kan. Okay. So we even then also
Korang belum calm down pun after that.
Belum. Dah macam dah
because
in a frantic state.
in a way I feel that first 4 minutes yang kita wasted tu, it was a blessing juga. Pasal bila kita started, this Ernie Zakri in the house gini-gini, terus without having any introduction, dia dah I nak tanya you pasal masing-masing.
Pasal apa?
Lagu masing-masing.
Oh,
Tak ada introduction, tak ada apa. Dia terus
okay,
kasih
okay,
question.
okay,
Because she was there to promote the song lah.
Okay.
Nah, I dah nervous kan.
okay,
Jadi
okay,
terus
understand.
masuk
Terus
lah.
tercampak.
Kasih ya, kasih.
Campak lah.
No bullshit lah kira. Kasih masuk.
And then her
Straight to the point.
her reaction was like, oh okay, masuk terus. Okay.
Okay.
Aku macam alamak.
Wah, nasib baik dia tahu play along lah.
Yeah.
She's media trained lah kan.
So dia ada macam bila dia datang rumah tu, it's just the liaison dengan dia aja. Tak ada
Dia
macam
dengan-
bouncer ke whoever.
Ada dia punya manager dengan I think personal videographer or something.
Oh, ada personal videographer.
Total 4 people.
Four of them lah.
So you had her for how long situ kat rumah?
1 hour plus.
Wow, okay lah, baik juga.
I think to the idea of having Ernie Zakri coming to our house. Bila kita nak kata studio bukan exactly a studio kan, it's literally like a house.
Yeah.
Unless kalau kita bercakap sini, okay, we invite you to a studio. So
Yeah.
maybe you might not feel so worried.
Yes, correct.
Ini rumah, kita vacuum lah.
Tapi rumah bagus tu. Kau boleh jumpa mak kau datang. Macam mak datang, mak di dalam bilik je, mak buka pintu sikit.
Baik.
Kau boleh tengok.
Apa kau? Tiba-tiba ada kenduri.
Dekat living room dah penuh
Sorry maaf belakang semua step baca.
Semua step baca je. Okay. Masuk.
Kenduri perjumpaan Ernie Zakri.
Wow. Dia lain tu.
Tiba-tiba ada tahlil.
Tapi korang macam memang diorang cakap like only restricted with korang aja need to be there ke macam there can be someone
dia tak
else
ada.
also. Dia tak cakap apa-apa lah.
Just
okay, faham.
we invite you for one-on-one interview, and then whatever that is needed, maybe our crew ke apa, kalau kita ada crew lah. Yeah, we only she didn't specify anything lah.
Yeah.
Kalau gitu Universal bayar korang?
It was a paid gig, no?
Tak ada tanya je. Kalau tak ada jawab tak apa.
Maybe off cast aku kita jawab.
Of course
Okay,
kan.
okay.
Kita dah ada jutawan di sini.
Ya
kan?
Allah lagi.
InsyaAllah.
Korang dah
Okay,
sign dengan Universal Studios juga.
Tak ada.
Oh damn.
InsyaAllah.
Okay. From your cerita tadi kan, can I make a guess that was the most professional yang korang have ever been? Datang tak ada sembang, tak ada no, tak ada lipat-lipat dulu lah.
Yeah, straight to business lah.
Ya, betul.
Yeah.
Because usually what we will do is kita sembang-sembang dulu
Like
kan,
we did with
to break
you
the
kan?
ice. Yeah. Tapi ni macam terus
Even with because we had Iman Ajmain on our podcast also.
Oh, yes.
Correct.
Even with him pun kita sembang dulu, makan epok-epok, things like that. But because I think Iman Ajmain is like the OG of the OGs lah kan.
Yes, correct.
So he's more
That's true.
santai.
Yes.
And for Ernie Zakri pula, she has a schedule lah.
Yeah.
she's under management,
Yeah.
and then ada a few
Nak kena
professional
tunjuk muka
sikit
kat sini, nak tunjuk
Yeah.
muka kat
Betul,
situ.
betul.
Ya, correct.
Oh,
But
wow.
the best part I feel that I think yang I still cannot forget was when we were ending the talk. She was like, "Huh? Dah nak habis?" She said that.
She wants more.
Yeah. So kita macam
Oh.
then I turn to the liaison, the one that I was liaising with. Masih boleh continue, boleh datang. Carry on. Then I was like, okay,
Oh, wow.
let's go.
Why?
Yeah, so for Ernie to say that about kita punya conversation with her, I feel that mashallah, it's
Heartwarming lah. It was wholesome lah.
Yeah, it
Tapi
felt nice.
the only thing is I had to edit that out lah.
Yeah, it wasn't in the video lah.
Yeah,
Tunjuk lah, jadi nampak semangat. Come on. Si semangat.
But I think really menunjukkan yang someone, if you can talk to someone of that status, I feel that wah, mashallah, it's really humbling experience for us tau.
Korang dah somebody. Korang dah somebody.
This might be
Yeah.
a gateway for Malaysians punya artis, to be
Yeah,
to
insyaAllah.
come down.
InsyaAllah.
Dia nampak Ernie Zakri. Why not? Aku pun ada story nak cerita apa.
InsyaAllah.
InsyaAllah, doakan korang.
I tahu Tok T datang, ya Allah.
Oh.
Datang rumah kau.
Kau datang. Aku tahu mana kau tinggal.
Aku buat tahlil lah.
Aku tak.
Kenduri ke apa aku buat.
Aku
cukur rambut anak aku lagi sekali lah.
kat sana kaki.
Ini aku cukur rambut kau.
Jangan bilang kita siapa korang nak bawa. Nanti kita datang luar rumah korang nanti. Jangan. Yeah.
But hearing this story, aku really feel that you guys are living the life of a common folk. No pun intended.
No pun intended, yeah.
But like common people, when you invite a celebrity to your home and then kau ada menggeletar nak ni bersihkan semua habis sampai sweating semua, you guys are literally living the dream of normal people lah.
InsyaAllah.
How does it feel right now at the life of a podcaster? Did you imagine yourself like to be doing this lah?
No man, after the interview literally kita cakap okay, Assalamualaikum, bye-bye, tutup pintu je
Stay
kan.
cool
Terus
Dah tutup pintu, both of us just stand and we stare at each other like, did that just happen? We stood there for a
Right.
good few minutes tau.
Okay.
Then we sat down, kita macam we're still reeling everything in, like Ernie Zakri duduk sini. And then cawan dia
Lepas tu
minum.
dia cakap we have Ernie Zakri punya DNA.
Jual carousel. Itu closing, kau simpan store. Kau jangan kasi orang duduk. Saya Ernie Zakri duduk sana, jangan kasi orang lain duduk. Tapi speaking about this macam talking about korang punya macam surreal moments But if I'm not wrong, kita tak sempat bertanya korang macam the first time korang pay live show dengan kita. Correct?
Yes.
How? Okay, why not let us know lah, pasal kita pun tak pernah tanya korang about dia punya after this
Sekejap What was the name of our first live show?
Laila Majnun.
Yeah, kan diorang avid fan kita kan.
Dia Yajuk Majud kata.
Dia bukan. Dia pakai right brain. Kau tengah pakai left sekarang. Kau tengah pakai the back of your head. Okay, kau don't mind sharing dengan kita macam what does it feel like to do live podcast technically.
That was our first time kan.
First appearance in a live event. Menggeletar juga. Really because like we mentioned, kita don't see ourselves as someone yang talk to people outside. You know, we don't see ourselves as influencers or whatever kan. But when you guys invite us to be speakers, then to be told, when you guys message ke apa, we were discussing, ni kita depan orang tak kita berbual. I mean, for me, I'm used to I used to do hostings and things like that. So in a way, I'm okay on the stage.
I'm not okay.
So technically that was the first time you ever spoke in front of people.
In front of people not really lah, because last time I
Dulu dia
was
nyanyi,
in an acapella group.
Acapella.
Pitch perfect punya orang ni.
Yes, so ada be on stage and things like that. Tapi very jarang seorang.
Okay.
And itu nyanyi, tak payah berbual apa. Tak
Yeah,
payah
yeah,
fikir. But
Ingat lirik je kan.
This one is very nerve-wracking for me sebab like you said lah, kita macam ada this at the back of our head tau. Kita macam ada responsibility tau. Tak boleh nak cakap sembarang-sembarang. So that also came into play. Then macam tak apalah, kita baca doa.
The worries that we have is orang akan dengar ke? Will they be interested in our conversation? Like first thing is siapa dorang, that was still in our heads. Like who are these people talk about marriage, and things like that. But alhamdulillah kita dapat jadi moderator kan. So in a way that helps juga. Pasal kita ada we have the intention to pass someone's story through macam like a live podcast like you said. So we are used to this. Let's just pretend that there are no people there.
Okay. Sorry Kai, kejap. Why not kau bilang tengok kamera ni, kau bilang kita punya viewers apa event ni kita tengah berbual.
Okay, kita tengah berbual pasal Laila Majnun.
Yes.
The first episode, the first season, first edition. Stop
episode season. Game.
So Laila Majnun, the first edition which happened in January. So we had a few segments, 2 days So we had 3 segments per day, different asatiza speaking, but both days the constant was Outsidein.
Betul, aku agree.
On both days to be moderators to different ustaz, right? And also with Apex group dengan both days with Apex group, right? Like Hussein.
Yes.
So you touched a bit on money kan?
Financials,
Financials before wedding and also the asatiza you spoke about apa Do you remember?
Itu dengan Ustaz Azman kan?
Ustaz Azman, Ustaz Azman on first day. Second one was Brother Rashid.
Oh yeah. Rukia.
Apa penyakit ain.
Correct.
First one was more of oh my god, I can't remember.
Tunang
struggle is real
Struggle. Prior to I can't remember.
Okay, but to be honest, you guys kata korang nervous and macam oh my god, this is my first time gini. From my point of view as one of the organisers kan, kita tengok korang was steady lah.
Betul.
Korang didn't show a shred of macam nervousness or at all. Korang seem like korang had it. And lepas tu ada your listeners yang datang nak ambil gambar. I spoke to you guys and everything, and you guys were really professional. So
Alhamdulillah.
we did it.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Okay, congrats guys. Congratulations.
So that is why kita call you guys back for this 23rd of June,
Yes,
Laila
correct.
Majnun, the second edition.
Correct.
And sadly it's only one day, but you guys still have a segment lah. Korang dah bilang dia nak bawa pasal apa?
Oh dah.
Dah bilang.
So korang tahu kan, kalau nak
Ustaz Maaz.
Ustaz Maaz, Masya Allah.
Dia punya session pun banyak juga tau orang dengar.
Ustaz Maaz.
Ustaz
Oh
Maaz,
ya. Dorang punya session was, I think, okay, we sold tickets in the first one. Yang the first one yang paling highest tickets was korang punya segment.
Betul.
Because we sold in segments. Korang punya segment, bukan nak cakap korang lagi power dari asatiza,
Tak lah.
tapi korang punya segment was the ones that
Banyak orang.
Almost sold out the fastest.
Masya
Oh.
Allah. Wow, thank you guys.
Legit.
Betul.
Really?
Yeah.
Wah.
So bila kita tengok masih nervous ke apa?
Dah rasa sikit dah start dah.
So kalau let's say di second edition you guys are part of it again. Macam mana rasa dia sekarang? Ada berbeza ke macam dengan first dengan second punya?
Sekarang rasa more comfortable I guess. Also because kita dah lebih kenal korang kan. So I feel like it's going to be a fun one lah. Not so nervous.
Fun fact is Ustaz Maaz also, we used to have a segment with him on our TikTok. Tanya Tok Kak di segment every Wednesdays back then lah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we worked with him in our podcast juga for the month of Ramadan this year.
Okay.
So,
That is awesome lah.
Yeah,
Baik.
boleh kita nampak kita partner dengan Ustaz Maaz. Baik lah Ustaz. And then we met him also.
Dah ngam kira kau dengan dia. Baik.
Kamcing ho.
Kamcing ho. Tak boleh Ustaz boleh cakap gitu. Dah ngam.
Pasal Ustaz Maaz, when we first started out talking about marriage, he followed us last year. Then he followed us, he DM us, he said all the best in your podcast gini. It's like, wow, this Ustaz Maaz, because I know he's a Qadi tau.
Yeah.
He said, Ustaz Maaz, and then his ID is the content Qadi kan.
Yeah.
So for
Yes.
him to acknowledge us, I listened to his podcast about marriage.
Okay.
So when he acknowledged us, Masya Allah, Ustaz ni yang acknowledge kita punya podcast about marriage. So for us, I told him insyaAllah satu hari kita boleh bekerja sama. Alhamdulillah.
Amin.
Doa tu dikurniakan.
Betul.
Dah banyak kali kita kerja dengan dia.
Yeah.
Masya Allah.
Wow, the journey korang have these small little wins that you guys celebrate, like being invited for your first time, then with this Ustad, and then Ernie Zakri, all
Yeah,
this.
mashallah.
I think it's been a very blissful journey lah,
Yes.
for Outsidein.
InsyaAllah.
Okay, I have a question that I wrote down before you guys came down.
Tertulis
Tak panjang,
Tertulis,
terus aku kena baca
pakai
ni.
iPad ke apa? Tak save ada
Left brain, right brain.
Oh right brain. Okay.
Yeah.
Kasih.
Creative. Having met so many people, aku actually reading out. Okay, having met so many people kan on your podcast, I know that korang tak judge them or anything, but in your opinion lah, ni your opinion, pasal you have seen a lot of different cases of relationships, marriage, divorce, love, pregnancies and everything.
Yeah.
But we want to touch a bit on marriage. In your opinion, what is the number one problem that results to divorce? Yeah.
You want to start first?
You start first.
Oh, korang PO synchronize lah
Oh.
Habis ada harmony lagi.
Kita dah berapa episod Aku pun tak
tak hit je lu lah. Okay. Kita try. Kita cuba.
Okay. So basically, I feel that generally what we see is the one of the biggest factor is definitely the communication. And we touched about this before, I think very loosely. But communication is dia bukan ibarat aku berbual kau berbual. It's not just like make sure two people are talking, but it's more of how are we going to talk about things that is affecting our marriage, without having while minimizing the hurt that we cause to our partners. Which is something that I feel we are, as human beings, we tend to indulge in kita punya feelings too much. Macam for example, like, I feel satisfaction when I'm angry. I feel satisfaction when I let out my anger.
Ada gitu.
Pasal kita manusia, we when we release, when you do something, we feel puas kan. Memang when you release your anger, how do you release your anger? Do you release it in the intention to hurt somebody, or do you release it in intention to solve a problem? So I feel that that is where kita as humans sometimes we lack the control within us to communicate with a proper end goal in mind. So with this, I think kita dah biasa nampak cases of gaduh, and then satu hari berpisah. Because the connection lacks when it comes to the connection between the two of them is not as tight because there wasn't any communication that is proper.
Faham.
Wow.
Confusing lah.
How about you?
For me pula, I feel like you said kita dah ada banyak guests kan, and a lot of things can eventually contribute to divorce. Tapi the way I see it, macam after having so many guests sharing their stories, what I personally learn from it is that every marriage ni gaduh memang lumrah.
Lumrah.
Yes, it's a normal thing that every marriage will go through. And the thing about it is kita semua lain-lain. Every story is different. You might feel like it's relatable, but mesti ada sikit-sikit yang different, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that is when I feel like macam through all the guests yang datang dekat kita punya podcast, I feel like the one thing that I always get away macam nak cakap?
Don't get away with.
Take away.
Take away. Take away from each episode is that no matter what kan, kita go back to Allah lah. Whatever, like for your story, the first rainbow baby, kan miscarriage. If you and your wife at that point of time, instead of making this make you grow closer, because of this you gaduh, that could lead to divorce. Atau untuk kita, macam kalau dia our story is kita tak boleh nak conceive kan, because of certain reasons. If kita tak macam really put Allah at the forefront of our marriage, gaduh, boleh divorce. So we can divorce because of a multitude of reasons. But I think one thing that we all, insyaAllah lah, we all can hold on to is that everything is written for you already. Whatever challenges that you are going to go through or is going through is supposed to make you are where you are lah. Apa aku merepek?
Betul tak? I know where you're going. Like everything is meant to happen to grow you into the person you are meant to be lah.
Oh yes. Wow.
You are meant to go through this path.
Kita Islam kan.
Because I agree with both what you said lah. Pasal communication is key, and you using you reminding me of my example with my wife. At that point of time when we went through that kan, kalau kita tak communicate and we didn't turn to him, we didn't understand that this happened for a reason, for me to grow into someone with more empathy, and for my wife to understand that I am not emotionless. I do, but I just hide it because that's the first time I cried in front of her lah kan. So when that happened, we turn back to him lah. So I totally agree with both. Communication was key also lah. Okay, why I asked you that question kan, also leads back to why we started Laila Majnun, if you want to know.
Yes, we do.
Okay, because for us, kita Wolfpack has been running for I think 11. This is our 11th year.
Betul.
Okay, and over the hundreds of thousands of couples that we have shot, sad to say that we have seen a lot of them yang dah
berpisah.
dah berpisah, because we get messages macam to take down certain post yang ni. Then we understand lah. We don't ask why and everything. Tapi kalau kita tengok IG dah tahu, we respect that. Okay, we take down. But there are some instances yang very, I won't say tragic is the wrong word, macam very shocking. Okay, let's say Nari kita shoot dia punya wedding so kita kasih dia punya album, lepas dia choose gambar semua, kita dah ni, it's about 1 to 2 months later lah by the time the collect album dah tak together. Kita ada gitu juga. So from there kita tengok balik, okay, in terms of business, it doesn't affect us. Pasal if you're gonna kahwin again, we're gonna make more money. Okay, that is really business lah, no emotions. But because if you want to give back to community, because you understand business is all risky and berkat. So when we set as a team, and then also I met Afiq, why you want to do this and everything, because they also face the same thing. They see the old couples that tak together. So having said that, we understood that maybe these couples did not have the proper knowledge, because sometimes, like you say, communication might be the problem. Maybe the fikir yang the husband, the wife need to listen, or vice versa lah, macam itu. Exactly. So we decided to have this class where these couples can learn. So to be honest, when we did the Laila Majnun, the first edition kan, kita pun was learning. We were into the topics, pasal there are so many things that we didn't know. For example, I did not believe in that tunang was I thought it was just culture. I thought I didn't want to get tunang, pasal macam ni culture lah, tak mau ikut, I want to ikut agama je. But when I sat in the Laila Majnun, I was like, I'm the organizer and I'm listening to this for the first time. Macam, oh wow, I didn't know that the importance of tunang and everything. So I learned a lot. So across the 2 days, I realized this is really, really, really good for couples lah. So that is why kita start Laila Majnun.
I think for myself also, bila aku terperanjat tau with some of the asatiza kasih topik. So yang last week, aku don't know whether korang set in for the talk tak, siapa ustazah apa yang dengan kita pay first session.
Ustazah Liana.
Ustazah
Liana.
Liana dengan siapa? Dia tu she's not a
Ustazah
ustazah.
Psychologist
Psychologist. So
Psychologist.
pasal
wow.
kita took Ustazah Liana, Shfira, right? And then with her. So because aku was too busy macam going in and out. So what caught aku pay attention was how dia cakap macam dia tengah berbual cukup time dia cakap anal tak boleh. Aku cakap sure lah. Kau ingat? Kau ada
We
tak?
were not, kita lambat.
Korang belum nampak
Belum nampak.
Dia cakap something. Habis yang apa that siapa nama dia?
I forget lah.
I forgot, but it was the punya psychologist or psychiatrist
Dia
something
punya
like
gitu.
that.
Aku cakap pasal anal ke apa. So a good 10 minit aku dulu aku dengar je apa pasal macam kenapa ni topik nak kena dibawa kan. Pasal setahu kita seorang Islam macam kita tahu macam that is a no-go.
Certain things that we cannot do.
Macam apparently there are a lot of topics yang kita macam bukan cakap abaikan, macam kita
Kita
take
tiptoe
lightly.
around dan kita macam
Yeah.
we don't want to talk about it.
Yes, correct.
I think that is for that I feel that is part of our culture. Benda yang kita tahu is salah, kita selalunya macam jangan berbual pasal tu lah.
Yeah.
Generally we always hear that tak payah berbual pasal ni lah.
Correct.
So I feel that sometimes okay, in a way we don't give attention to it. It's good, but it's gonna be bad kalau kita tak tahu kenapa. And then kita then kalau let's say budak-budak muda ke or things they feel like kenapa tak boleh tak boleh kita try lah.
The more you say no, the more I'm gonna do.
Betul.
You know, sometimes it can lead in a different direction.
Correct.
So that's why kita punya podcast pun sometimes we talk about cases like divorce and things like that
Yeah.
because it's a so-called taboo topic.
Yeah.
But it's important for us to know why these things happen so that we
Yes.
can avoid it as much as possible.
Betul.
This is where the sense of responsibility comes up. You know, it's a taboo topic.
Yeah.
So when you want to speak about it, kan,
Yeah.
you have to tiptoe
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
things that you have to
Walking
say,
on
right?
Kena navigate through.
How do you find dealing with that?
Ooh, tough.
Yeah. Are you guys better now at it? I mean, the first time confirm macam
Yeah.
tak
Yeah.
ada buat betul. But now, how?
The first guest that we had, we talked about divorce.
The first ever
The first ever guest was
Yeah.
divorce.
And that was something that we didn't know how to really properly facilitate the whole conversation.
First time ada guest.
Yeah.
Kena berbual pasal divorce.
And first time terus divorce.
Berat tu topik tu.
Kasih. Boleh.
Kasih
So-
tu.
Kasih je.
We realized that there were many things to learn after that
Yeah.
episode.
Mhm.
Then we told tak nak bawa lagi lah. Tak nak, we don't want to talk about
Takut
divorce anymore. We were scared.
Of course.
Okay.
But alhamdulillah, as things go by, we met a few psychiatrists as well. We met a few counselors and things like that. We talk,
Yeah.
we learn from them also. Then we realized, okay, there are certain things that we can talk about. There are certain things that we shouldn't touch on. If you want to touch on that, we make sure we bring in a professional.
Yeah.
Moderator or mediator.
Yeah. So,
Okay, faham.
so
Nasihatizah ke, psychologist ke.
so alhamdulillah, I think that was kita punya journey. But definitely, when it comes to this kind of topics, we will be on edge about it lah. Macam seram sih.
Up till today?
Up till today. Yeah. Takut kalau kita salah sebut, it can lead to a lot of different
yeah.
things. Yeah.
It might backfire to korang juga at the end of the day.
Correct. Maybe I just share a little bit lah about one of the guests that we had.
Boleh.
About divorce juga. Okay.
Okay.
He just mentioned one sentence, less than 5 seconds, about the ex.
Okay.
And tu pun dia tak cakap apa-apa pun. He just said something. But because of that sentence, the few seconds, kena DM ah. We receive DM. It's like kenapa buka aib.
Damn.
So, I literally listened back to the whole episode. Like,
Okay.
part mana I make sure I told him before the episode, jangan buka aib. You share your lessons. Jangan buka aib.
Okay.
He said, yes, this is what I want to do also. But because of I listened, okay, this one part, the berbual gini, I counted one sentence, literally one sentence, less than 5 seconds. But because of that, it became an issue.
People took
wow.
that out of context.
Yeah.
Ada.
So I feel that no matter how we try to
Betul.
tread lightly around it, it can lead to this kind of things.
Pasal manusia lah.
Human lah. Tapi
wow.
kita tak salahkan mereka. Diorang have their own opinions.
Emotions. Yeah,
Emotions. So
Yeah, but I feel like there is also more positive punya outcome. Macam kita fikir macam how is it going to be received but actually it turned out well because one of the guests that we had was Raihan Yaakob.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's the
Siapa?
one.
Sorry siapa?
it's a
Radio
DJ 89.7 FM.
Oh yang dia cry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Aku saw the reels.
Kau cry macam mana tadi? Emoji
Emoji. Tapi aku dengar cerita pun kira macam touching
Yeah.
juga sih.
Yeah.
It was very
Because
touching.
his story is macam if I were to go out and just ask a man, can you tell me if you are fertile or not? You know that kind of question, that kind of conversation is very hard to talk about, especially
Yeah.
for a man kan. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
macam it's your kejantanan. Can
Yes,
I say
correct.
that? Yeah.
Betul, actually betul.
Yeah. So when he was so open and vulnerable, and dia bukan just untuk, it's not for sympathy, it's not for nothing. His messaging was, if you are trying to conceive, please do go and check the man also, like yourself also. Because in this society, kalau kita fikir macam, oh, cannot conceive, that means it's the woman's punya problem.
Which was what it used to be many years ago.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So his message was, you should also check yourself. And if you are not fertile, then you are not the only one, because I'm also, because so his story was very heartfelt, very
Yes.
vulnerable. So it's kind of taboo to talk about that. Macam you don't really talk about this when you're out with your friends kan.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so when we bring this kind of topic onto the podcast kan, the reception was amazing lah.
Alhamdulillah.
A lot of guys, no, guys
DM kita juga.
DM kita.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Azin macam yang guys Azin dah kahwin ni kan macam
Yang dah kahwin lah. Yang dah kahwin and who are also facing the same issue.
Oh,
They
okay,
DM
okay.
like I feel him and very heartwarming messages juga. Alhamdulillah. So and then because we also try to conceive, right? So when I read the messages, aku pun macam wah,
baik
tertarik juga hati aku kan.
Okay, faham.
As a guy lah kan.
To me as a man, when I saw arrive, okay, like you guys know lah, I don't like emotions lah. I don't like to see guys crying for no reason lah. But when I heard his episode, I'm like, oh man, for you to say these things kan,
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot, man, to say these things. Habis dia air mata dah jatuh gitu. I'm like, wow, this guy. I did not finish the episode, to be honest.
Couldn't finish.
Pasal I cannot like, I cannot bear to see another brother feeling that pain. I cannot see a guy going through that pain, and then I will just stop doakan lah. Like the same for you guys, everything. Like inshallah you will one day lah. By okay lah, one story lah. I have I know of this couple. Dia dah 12 years of marriage.
Oh wow.
Dia dah try many things.
Okay.
IVF, dia dah try banyak benda. And then they went to the doctor. Dia kata the doctor, they found the problem lah. It's the guy lah. Okay. So nak kena pergi surgery.
Okay.
So when dia dah pergi dia dah pergi doktor tu, dia tak pergi surgery straight away.
Okay.
Dia did his umrah and everything. So dia pergi umrah, dia pergi one of the places. So dia cakap I do not know how his dua went, but he made a deal lah. There's a term for it. You make a deal, and then if it happens, if Allah grants you, then you have to fulfill. It's not berkorban. It's like, I forgot, you make a perjanjian. It can be as simple as if you grant me this, I will donate $100 to this mosque. It can be as simple as that. But his deal was he just wanted to name the kid this place lah. If right. Tapi dia tahulah he has to go through surgery. Terus datang balik Singapore. Few days later nak kena pergi surgery.
Okay.
He check up. Doktor kata, why you need to come for surgery? You guys are pregnant 4 months.
Masya Allah.
12 years of trying.
Masya Allah.
Ni semua. Listen.
Wow.
Macam mana dia tak realise that they're pregnant for 4 months?
Tak tahu. Tak tahu. They don't know. 3 months ke 4 months, but they were shocked.
Wow, Masya Allah.
This is
I
a
would be
miracle
too,
lah.
yeah.
12 years, they've tried IVF, they've tried everything.
Tak jadi.
They were about to go for that surgery and everything. Don't dah reda lah. Everything happens. So that was his dapat umrah. They made that perjanjian lah. Just say if this were to happen, I will name my kid da. Datang balik, preparing for surgery. Scan, you are pregnant. But that phase, that point of time, the pregnancy, they really protect.
Of course.
Because 12 years.
Yeah, that's why.
Aku just 1 year plus saja. After that tu aku dah macam, aku very protective of my kid right now.
Yeah.
Apa lagi dia 12 years
kan.
And aku found out this story after aku punya regular subuh session lah. Every Saturday aku buat. So this story was shared. Aku rasa wow. Aku didn't want to tear up, but aku felt very wholesome because I know that person personally, and it's very heartwarming lah. And it also shows his power lah. Like your doctor kata that you have to go through surgery, but because of this terus, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
It really shows keyakinan jugalah. Maksudnya kita usaha no matter what kan. But that to
But bro, 12 years tau. Can you wait 12 years?
That's the thing. I think when you ask about kenapa dia tak tahu dia dah 4 months pregnant kan? Because I feel that lepas 12 tahun, maybe to them it's like takkanlah aku pregnant. Dia kena mindset
denial lah kira.
So bila dah betul-betul terjadi, I think I'm pretty sure both of them are crying in the room.
Oh, I can feel. Like you talking about this kan, rumor, because I'm so happy for them. You know when okay, for every parent to hold their kid for the first time is very emotional lah. But for him and the wife, I confirm after 12 years, I feel so happy for them. Macam they did not give up. They still believe lah. Yes, surgery is one thing. That is science kan, kita boleh check. But he still, when he umrah, they make dua. Don't know, tak tahu ada yakin macam mana dia pilih macam mana. So when he made that deal, there's a term is Islamically, what is it called? I forgot. But it's very dangerous this deal. If you have to laksanakan if that happens, you have to do it. So you don't make a deal yang macam I will if you give me this I will donate $1 million. Don't lah, ikut kemampuan. But even if it's simple, please do it.
The power of doa is really something yang shouldn't be taken lightly.
Of course.
Power of doa really is the strongest weapon that every Muslim is being blessed with.
Sometimes we forget that. So that's why we always dua, and we I think that the Wolfpack team also will make dua for you guys lah, insyaAllah. You guys ada cahaya mata soon, insyaAllah. Amin. Okay, Lee, kau ada any more questions tak?
Ada.
Okay, please.
Ada time tak?
Ada sikit
Okay,
lah.
tadi aku nak tanya satu. Tapi dia dah kira dah macam, dia dah digress to a different topic.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, boleh. So korang been doing this for a couple of years now. 1 year plus kan.
Kejap. Asal kau dari tadi fikir tu botol?
Coping mechanism.
Tak ada, aku baru beli di botol. Kau nak tahu what's the best part about this botol tak? Sekejap. Kau tengok aku sentuh, kasih tunjuk.
Okay.
Okay, this is a regular bottle.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Actually on TikTok.
I'm telling you. Aku boleh selfie gini. Kalau aku pergi jogging, contoh aku nak buat konten, aku letak tepi, aku lari lah, step lari lah. Kalau phone kat sini je dengan botol.
Masalahnya bila kau pergi jogging.
Tak lah, aku tak pergi jogging. Aku say it can do multi-purpose.
Kalau kau pergi jogging lah,
multi-purpose tak, aku beli ni pasal dia tahan panas. Dia lama. Aku
Nice.
Kau nampak? Cuma tak aku. Nampak? It has been dalam motor ni for couple of hours bro. Masih panas. Bagus. Aku suka.
Tapi kalau dia pun letak lah tepi, kau pegang non-stop.
Tak
Tengok
ada
brand,
Syuk.
tunjuk sini lah.
Okay, aku tak tahu kalau cari Shopee lah. Shopee ada. Ortiga.
Okay, apa question kau?
Okay.
Tak tepi tu benda. Aku annoyed kau pegang.
Okay. Okay, satu soalan Aku just want to understand je macam korang been sharing korang punya personal lives, and then apart from korang punya own personal, korang share korang lain punya story dengan korang and everything. Dia affect korang in terms of korang punya marriage tak? In terms of macam things to talk about dengan each other. Macam in a sense where korang are very open with each other. You know everything. Korang talk about everything and anything. Is it different now in the bedroom? Macam korang dah tak share sebanyak ke? Macam mana? As in, how does this work?
Wow. Kau quite deep juga.
Aku tak tahu. Tak macam pasal okay, pada aku macam for us podcast, kita member kita tak tidur sama-sama. Jadi the next day might be ada cerita baru. Macam diorang sleep together, diorang share everything together bro.
True.
So macam mana? As in, is it masih ada mystery ke? Macam dah korang dah tahu dia?
I would say it has an effect on kita punya marriage juga. True betul.
Okay.
Pasal like you said lah, kita dah share everything. But how we still maintain kita punya relationship, I would say is kita ada orang lain punya cerita pula kita akan berbual after the recording sometimes.
Usually we do macam reflections lah. Like for example, it's a very heavy topic Then after the guests go home ke apa, then kita duduk then, wow, what would you do kalau we in that position? Then that's when we start to have that conversation. Tapi honestly, bila kita start this podcast kan, like bila dah everything dah ada traction and everything, right, it affects our marriage in a way yang kita dulu we would spend a lot of time with each other, but now our time is a lot spent into the podcast together. So dah podcast dah penat kan, then after that kita macam, okay, I need my space, he needs his space. Macam tapi versus sebelum podcast live, it's like kita duduk and like we will have this conversation lah.
Without the whole podcast setup. So
okay.
For us yang back then kita baru-baru yang belum ada guest and things like that, that is our moment where we go deep with each other. Just the difference is there's a camera now. So now that we have people sharing their stories. Kita dah we don't get that time as much to talk deep with each other again. But kita adalah cuba once in a while to really, we have to reconnect. Pasal we are, number one is we are a marriage podcast.
Yes.
So we need to practice what we preach.
Correct.
Kan, so apart from kita penat ke apa, definitely we are very tired, especially about her, because she does all the content and whatnot, and aku pula kerja pagi balik malam. So the times where nowadays, kalau kau tanya kita when's the last time korang keluar dating, we don't have time for that. So our dates now are just, we are too tired to leave the house. We make the house like a cinema. We will turn off the lights.
Movie
We
night.
just make sure we watch movie. But
Set
most
the
of
mood
the
kira.
Netflix and chill lah.
most of the time aku tertidur lah.
Oh, aku rasa ada content.
Yes. Macam aku tertidur, but I try my best not to fall asleep lah. But that's how our lives have changed. To, in a way, we are meeting more people, but kita try our best to still maintain our relationship with each other also.
It's a, dulu this podcasting was just for fun, but now it's a job.
Okay.
Dah ada sponsor semua.
Correct.
So cannot
lalai lah.
Must kalau penat pun macam mana, gaduh apa semua, we still have to do our jobs.
Kita hustle, tapi jangan sampai toxic hustle. But good to know that you guys are at the end of the day human lah, because you also go through this and you guys want to practice what you preach.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, macam tadi kita cakap, there's a certain amount of responsibility as an influencer. Like it or not, you guys are influencers. Because you influence people with certain things that you say and what your podcast does to people lah. You influence. So InsyaAllah you guys will be stronger and better. And what's your goal for the next year, or what's your goal? Ni final question lah. What's your goal for Outsidein? Where do you aspire to achieve? Macam sekarang dah Ernie Zakri, is this your highest benchmark so far?
So far, she set the benchmark in a sense.
Okay, what's the next?
The next,
Tok T.
Boleh. InsyaAllah.
I mean apart from the podcast, of course we insyaAllah kalau ada more high profile ke, actually kita don't matter if you high profile ke, if you just common people, everybody has a story, right?
Correct.
So insyaAllah, and I feel like this marriage thing is evergreen. Every year orang getting married, so it's something that I don't think will run out lah. InsyaAllah lah. Same goes for macam Wolfpack weddings, right? InsyaAllah business akan makin berkembang.
Maybe we can have a collaboration for those listeners yang belum kahwin, nak kahwin. I think we can work something out lah. InsyaAllah. Okay. Of course lah.
But apart from the podcast, I feel like I also want to expand the business. InsyaAllah, I see ourselves in the line of macam maybe kita ada Outsidein punya kursus rumah tangga.
InsyaAllah. Wow,
things
boleh.
that can further value add to people lah. Kita dah ada podcast, then what else can we do, right? So we are going into that direction, insyaAllah lah.
Love it.
But in order for us to do that also, kita pun kena juga build up kita punya bank of knowledge lah.
Betul.
So insyaAllah kita akan
ARS
ARS. Oh, really?
It's in the plans lah for me.
InsyaAllah. Betul lah.
Betul.
Hey.
But cuma sekarang need to find the timing that suits for me to really take the courses lah.
Kan nak ambil ARS pasal kau nak kasih kubah kat masjid ke macam mana?
Macam mana jadi Bilal, babe?
Jadi Bilal
Aku pun nak azan kat masjid juga.
Okay.
But of course,
But niat yang baik insyaAllah lah, boleh tercapai lah. I think that was really awesome sharing from you guys. We appreciate you guys taking time coming here and being in the longest episode that we've had so far lah.
Betul. Diorang is the first guest yang kita ada that uphold the name an hour with Wolf.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Selama ni kita kasih half an hour of Wolf.
Betul lah. But it didn't feel like an hour lah. I wish we had more time to share, to listen to your stories. But
Kejap, diorang dah percaya Ernie Zakri. Dah habis. Kita rasa apa diorang rasa sekarang.
Aku love it lah, because today kita dapat cover the part where you guys were normal people and then you guys grew into influencers. Walaupun korang tak nak admit initially, but you guys took up that responsibility well lah. And we love the sharing lah. And at the end of the day also, we want to dua for you guys to have the best in life. May Allah bless you in your life.
Amin.
And dikurniakan cahaya mata sunnah.
Amin.
Okay, and also if you guys want to meet Outsidein live, please do come by Bay Laurel on the 23rd of June.
Betul. So it's a whole day event. Hopefully this time tak lambat lah.
So they can listen lah.
Jadi dorang boleh sit in juga ah. Lihat link orang nanti.
There'll be four segments on that day. Very fulfilling, sharing stuff from Asatiza, everything about love, marriage, and relationship, and really what you guys talked about lah, kan? The tickets will be are on sale. But if kita ada actually buat promo code for your listeners as well. So those who listen, siapa-siapa ada, you can inform them lah. Outsidein 20. Correct? Outsidein 20 and you get 20% off.
Bukan kamera sini, korang main kamera sendiri. Nanti korang record sana. Korang sana punya Outsidein 20. Sini Wolfpack 20.
Right. Tapi betul lah. It's Outsidein 20 for your listeners lah if they want to come. Because at the end of the day, what you guys are doing and what this big day out Laila Majnun is doing, we align.
Yes.
We want to inform people. We want to impart knowledge to them. To inshallah, we see less divorce and more stronger couples out there lah.
Amin.
Okay, so if you guys want to catch Outsidein live, please do buy your tickets and get your tickets. Use promo code Outsidein20.
Alright.
Okay, with that, we apologize kalau kita ada terkasar bahasa atau apa, ada kekurangan apa ni?
Ada kekurangan betul lah.
Ada kekurangan. Maafkanlah kami lah.
Dari
hujung rambut sampai ke hujung kaki. Masya-Allah. My Malay is a bit sometimes not really well. But I try lah to say.
Itu they use mostly of the back of the brain. Dia bawa Melayu, the back of the brain dia pakai.
Okay, with that we like to say thank you so much for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Au.